Hello, my name is Heaven Cayman. I'm with Wealth is Possible. So I'm going to tell you guys why a lot of people are migrating out of Toronto ever since the pandemic happened. So you may have noticed that a lot of people are working from home right now. You're probably working from home right now. Ever since the pandemic happened, a lot of companies have been switching over to the work from home lifestyle. And this has significantly changed a lot of things. One, your commute, and two, where you live. So now that you're not going into the office as often and you're literally working from home, you don't need to really consider a commute. That was one of the biggest challenges that a lot of Canadians had faced, is that they were stuck on the 401 on their way to work. So they didn't want to move too further away from Toronto, because Toronto was one of the main cities that had the most jobs. Ever since the pandemic happened and people started working from home, people started moving further and further out. And why is that? One, the housing market is insane right now. There's literally next to no inventory. So whatever inventory that does pop up in the local market, the prices have skyrocketed and it's becoming unaffordable to the average Canadian. So ever since the pandemic, people have chosen to move further out. Why? Because now their dollar is gonna go a lot further. Just say, for example, a $1 million purchase might give you a smaller lot in Toronto versus a $1 million purchase in Oshawa or Kitchener-Waterloo or Hamilton, and maybe even be located around water and around a lot nicer environment. There's also less traffic and noise out in these areas. Obviously, they do have their own downtown areas that do host a lot of activity, but compared to Toronto, it's a lot quieter and a lot more open. So since these outer cities are getting a lot more attention, a lot more population, a lot more immigration, you're starting to see a lot more pre-construction and development projects that are happening out here. There's also more and more popularity in these cities. So especially Oshawa. You probably know somebody that lives in Oshawa. You've probably been to Oshawa, for example. So the more and more people that move there, so families, friends, relatives, you're gonna feel more comfortable moving here as well. So we're starting to see that trend too. And with more easily accessible highways, it's getting more and more easier to move further out. And going back to the whole work from home, most people don't even need to commute to work anymore. So now that gives Canadians the freedom to live pretty much wherever they want to live. So the popularity is growing in the cities that I mentioned, and you definitely do see the price reflection in today's real estate market. You know, at the beginning of the pandemic, a lot of these homes were significantly cheaper than Toronto. So now as inventory is getting compressed to a smaller and smaller amounts, you're seeing very, very comparable rates in the outskirts as well. Still a little bit better than Toronto, but it's getting up there. All right, so these are a few reasons why more and more Canadians are choosing to move to the outskirts of Ontario. If you know any other reasons, make sure you leave it down in the comment section down below. And if you would like me to make any other videos on real estate content, feel free to leave another comment down below. And while you're down there, make sure you hit the like button, share it as well, because it really helps our channel grow, and hit the subscribe button and the bell notification button so you know exactly when we drop our next video. So once again, my name is Heaven Cayman, and remember, wealth is possible.